All right, so let's get right into it. For the past, 80 years or so, ever since World War II ended, the world has been playing by a certain rule book. A global system that basically decided who builds stuff, who lends the money, and who keeps the peace. But that system? It's cracking. And what we're all watching right now is the chaotic, messy birth of whatever comes next. And look, this isn't some crazy idea from the fringes anymore. This kind of statement, which you now hear at the highest levels of finance and politics, it captures a massive shift. That fundamental deal that shaped our world for decades, sending jobs overseas for cheaper stuff, swapping factories for financial power, well, that deal is officially being called off. It's over. And that really is the multi-trillion-dollar question, isn't it? If the old game is over, what are the rules of the new one? Who are the new players at the table? What do they actually want? And where in the world is all of this heading? That's exactly what we're going to unpack here. But before we can even begin to understand the new system, we have to see how the old one is breaking apart, right now in real time. And if you know where to look, the financial markets are flashing some huge, huge warning signs. For decades, it was pretty simple. Think of it like a play where everyone knew their part. China was the world's factory floor. Japan, with its rock-bottom interest rates, was the world's bank, handing out cheap loans. And the US? It was the cop on the beat, with the dollar as its badge. But now, every single one of those roles is being completely rewritten. This is where it gets really interesting, because it just shows how confused everything is. Just look at Bitcoin. It's having a total identity crisis. Is it a risky tech stock that should be flying high with the market, or is it digital gold, a safe place to hide when things get crazy? Well, right now, it's neither. Stocks are soaring, gold is soaring, but Bitcoin's just stuck. This isn't just about price, it's a signal that big money is lost. It has no idea where to run for safety or where to go for growth. But here's the thing, this isn't just random chaos. It's a game, a high-stakes power struggle. We're seeing four major groups, four teams, if you will, all fighting to write the rulebook for the next chapter. And understanding who they are and what they want is the key to, everything. Okay, first up, you've got the financial industrial complex. Let's call them Team Global Money. Think of the absolute giants like BlackRock and the big international banks. Their loyalty isn't to any country or flag, it's to the free flow of capital. They want a world with no borders for money, where they can turn anything and everything into a digital token and trade it instantly. Fighting them tooth and nail are the sovereigns, Team Nation State. These are the leaders of powerful countries who look at that borderless world and see a direct threat to their control. For them, it's all about national security, controlling their own resources, and protecting their own industries, even if it means the economy takes a hit. Then there's our third group, the technologists, Team Tech. These are the innovators, the builders. Think Elon Musk. Honestly, they don't seem to care that much about the whole globalism versus nationalism fight. Their religion is efficiency. Their goal is scale. They're the ones building the actual tools, the AI, the robots, the rockets, that the other two teams will end up using to fight their battles. And this table just lays it all out so clearly. You have Team Global Money pushing for a tokenized world. You have Team Nation State pushing back with borders and laws. Team Tech is just busy building the future with AI and robots. And, there's a fourth player, the military-industrial complex. They kind of thrive on all this tension and instability, acting as the ultimate enforcer. The point is, these are four powerful competing visions for where we go next. So what's pouring gasoline on this whole fire? It's one thing, the race for AI dominance. And this isn't just about who can build a smarter chatbot. It's a full-blown technological revolution that's creating an absolutely insatiable, bottomless hunger for the one resource that powers everything: energy. I mean, Elon Musk himself put it pretty bluntly. We can design the most powerful computer chips in the world, but if we can't plug them in, they're just really expensive paperweights. We're building these incredible artificial brains that are getting smarter at an exponential rate, but our ability to generate electricity is just crawling along. We're starving our creations. And this, right here, is where the geopolitical race gets real. China is installing a mind-blowing 1,000 gigawatts of solar power capacity. Not in total, per year. To put that into perspective, that's enough juice to match half of the entire electricity consumption of the United States. They get it. They understand the new math of global power. So the main takeaway here is incredibly simple, but also incredibly important. The group that solves the energy equation wins the AI race, period. And the winner of the AI race, they're almost certainly going to be the ones setting the rules for the 21st century. It's forcing every single player to put all their cards on the table. So, what's Team Tech's answer to this planetary-sized problem? According to Musk, it's to just leave, go to space. The plan is absolutely audacious, but it's simple. Use reusable rockets to make going to orbit 100 times cheaper. Then, launch massive AI data centers that run on solar power. I mean, up there you've got constant, uninterrupted sunlight, and the vacuum of space is the world's best and free cooling system. It's a plan to literally bypass Earth's limits entirely. Okay, so this struggle for resources, for energy, for power, how does it actually look in the real world? This isn't just some theory. We are seeing it redraw alliances and create new conflicts right now all over the planet. The Greenland crisis is a perfect miniature example. You had the US playing for team nation-state, saying Greenland is vital for its minerals and its location. Europe made some noise, but then Italy's prime minister stepped in and said, hold on, instead of us all scrambling, why don't we make this a unified NATO mission? And just like that, at Davos, a deal was done. The crisis didn't end in a fight, it ended with a new framework that strengthened the West's control over a critical region. And this brings us to our final and maybe the most provocative question of all. As we watch these crises flare up and then get resolved, are we actually watching history unfold by chance? Or is it something else? There's a theory out there that the big stuff has already been decided, that the major powers have already quietly negotiated the basic outlines of this New World Order behind closed doors, and that everything we see on the news, the conflicts, the arguments, the dramatic summits, is really just carefully managed political theater, a show put on to get all of us to accept a future that's already been written. So as you watch the world change in the coming months and years, just ask yourself this one question. Are we watching the chaotic, unpredictable, and real process of history being made? Or are we just watching the curtain go up on a show where the final act was decided a long, long time ago? The answer to that? Well, it changes how you see absolutely everything.